I was rooting around in my head about ideas for what to do with guitars in a more modern kind of high-tech sense. So I got I happen to have a Euphoria UM2 USB audio interface made by Behringer on hand, and a Raspberry Pi 4B on hand. So my idea was proof of concept. Can I make like a little mini guitar studio, maybe an effects processor, maybe, and do it with integrate it somehow into the guitar. So I haven't done any kind of build like that, but what I've done is a proof of concept. So check this out. I got the guitar plugged into the audio interface, and the audio interface USB connected to a Raspberry Pi. Now the Raspberry Pi is set to run headless, which means it doesn't have a keyboard, monitor, or mouse attached. It is on the network, however. So imagine if that small computer and the USB interface were inside the guitar. So I can talk to the Raspberry Pi over the network. So I've set up a connection with the Raspberry Pi. You can do it on any computer that will be on the network. So imagine this technology would all be inside your guitar, and then you'd open up a laptop and you could go and you could configure your guitar. So I got the Raspberry Pi plugged in, and I'm connected to it over the network with any computer on the network. I got the guitar plugged into the USB interface. Now I'm going to run a little program that I just installed called Guitarix. So Guitarix is free to use on a Raspberry Pi Linux platform. Now this is a pretty cool tool. So I've got any kind of effect I want here, like there's tone effects, there's modulation, distortion, fuzz, reverb, delay. I've loaded up a couple different effects here, but so what I wanted to show you, which is pretty cool, this is a Raspberry Pi looping station. A really inexpensive looping station. I go down here and put in the looper. Let's try something here. Let's put a little chorus on here maybe. Or maybe some flange. Let's put a little, let's see, we got a flanger here. Switch the order, put that in front of the looper there. Let's try that. Okay, now we're cooking. Okay, let's get that looper going. Forgot to press the overdub button. Okay, so there's a complete guitar effects software and looper station that you can run on a Raspberry Pi, which I'm planning on integrating into a guitar with the USB interface. Just to round out this video, the Raspberry Pi is cool because there's lots of free software you can install. And so let's look at, we can so here we got a DAW, a digital audio workstation on the Raspberry Pi called Ardor. I'm controlling it from a computer on the network, but the Raspberry Pi is extensively inside my guitar, let's say. We're going to try to see if I can record here. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just going to try to see if we can record here. Oops. Okay. So now you would, let's say, duplicate the track. Delete that. Turn record off there, turn record on there. Right? And then change settings over here. So we're gonna go for a different tone, let's say. And okay, so obviously that level was lower when I switched out of the humbucker mode there. So I'm going to have to adjust that. So let's see, go to the mixer and let's play that back. Which one's which? There you go. anyway. There you go. Free DAW. Free loop pedal. Guitar effects. Got to figure out how to integrate it into the guitar. And do a few other things like auto start and saving your selections and figuring out how all these different plugins work. But that's pretty cool, I think. Don't you? What do you think? Tell me below. Good night. Bye-bye. I gotta play with this some more. This is crazy.